Hi, welcome to ITED 136 Principles of Programming. Zybook import your program as a module in order to test your program. So I want to talk about a basic understanding of how the module works. A module is a file containing Python code, like the code you write in the Zybook, in the Zylab, which can be used by other module or program. We use an import statement to import the module. And once a module is imported, any object inside that can be accessed using the dot notation. And you have seen some of the module work. So when the module is imported, keep in mind all of the code in the module is immediately executed. Keep that in mind. And Python program often use the built-in special name, this built-in special name, underscore underscore name, to check whether the file will execute as a script by the programmer or the file was imported by another module. So if you're running as a script, like a regular program, then underscore underscore name underscore underscore would be have a string value of underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So here's an example. Greeting. The function greeting, I have a two version of a file. In this greeting, I define the function greeting and then pet name equal to input. This is like the style we've been writing. This style we have been writing this style of code where we define the function and then we have a main function. So this part is what I call the main program or the main function. This is the part where the program start execute. These two programs work the same if you run as a program. So, and I have that in the PyCharm, and I can show you that. This is the first program. If I run that, what is the path name? I don't know. Maybe you have to call Bob. Hello, Bob. And what is a path? I run this as a module. What is a path name? I call cat. Hello, cat. They look the same, similar output. So what are the difference? The difference will become when they are imported as a module. As you can see, I call this program.py and I call the second program as a module.py. When I import the program, now they're going to have a different output. I'm checking whether this running as a program or as a script or as a module. So let's see what the output first and then discuss why. Using the program. If I run this, what is the path name? Say it's a Rex. Hello Rex. Hello ITED 136. Why is that? This is a dot convention. This is the module name. So it be program dot greeting. So this will refer to the greeting function here. And this greeting function, we actually call this greeting function and then you actually run this part here. You have to run this program. Inside the using program, I call greeting and passing ITED 136, but you notice that the first thing it does is it prompts for your path name because in this when I import the program, it run all the statement in the module. Well, it define the greeting and then it run the input and then call the greeting. You don't want to do this. So in the second version, where I'm using the module, import the module. And if I run this, hello, iTab 136, this is my greeting. Notice that it did not prompt for the input because in the module.py, you have a code to check if this is running as a script or as a module. So this part of the code only get run if the program run as a script. This part of the code will not get run when you import as a module. So it is important that you follow this convention, especially when you do the lab. The lab typically has a block that look like this, and this will be your main function. This will be your main function. So all the code will be inside this will be indented because it will be under the if. Be careful, don't accidentally unindent the code. And you also want to follow a convention. To make a program easier to read, we have a very basic Python program convention. Put all the input statement at the top of the file, followed by function definition, followed by your main program. And typically leave one, maybe prefer two lines, two blank lines in between each of these blocks here. And in the program, you may want to leave a blank line after the loop, after the big if else block, or some block of related statement. For example, here's a one program convention. You have all the import statement at the top, leave two blank line, and then have a function definition. As you can see, I leave a blank line, one blank line in between the if and the for loop. This will make the code easier to see the part of the code. Two blank line after the function, two blank line after the function, and add this if statement to check whether the program run as a script or import as a module. So this is the coding convention we're going to use in this class. Follow the coding convention for your program. So let's do a quick programming exercise. I have two of them, but for the time being, I thought I would just do this one. Write a function called wages that calculates gross wages for an hourly employee. The function should receive two parameters, the pay rate and the hours worked. Hours from 0 to 40 are straight time pay, and any hours in excess of 40 are overtime pay at 1.5 times the standard rate. And don't forget, the function must not prompt user for input or do any output. Use the function parameter and return the wages. So let's try that. Let me call this wages. So I have a function called wages with hours work and pay rate in this order. And I will just play pass for now. And let's print. Let me just call the function wages. Call the wages. Let's just say I work 10 hour and $10 per hour. Let's do a simple case at first. None is fine. And then I can go tackle it. If I want to do like an incremental development, so let's tackle the simple case. Let's calculate the salary. The salary just your pay rate times hours work and return salary. And if I run this, I work 10 hours at $10 per hour, so my salaries are $100. That look good. And what about if I work for 40 hours? So Let me do a couple other wages. How about I work for 40 hours and $10 per hour? That'd be $400. That look good. And what about if I work for 50 hours? Well, that doesn't look good, right? If I work for 50 hours, that's a 10-hour overtime. So now I need to put some logic. I only want to do this if the hours work is less than equal to 40 hours. Then this is my salary. Else, how to calculate my salary? Well, my salary would be my pay rate times 40 plus 1.5 times uh, hours work minus 40. 1.5 times the pay rate, right? So if I run this now, is that right? I work 50 hours. I only got $15 more than when I work 40 hours. Do I do something wrong? Did you see what I did wrong? Well, it's a 1.5 times the pay rate. I forgot the pay rate. So if I work 50 hours at $10 per hour, I should have a 10 hours overtime at 1.5 times, which is $15. So 15 times 10 give you 150. So the total would be 550. Okay? Thank you.